Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now, it's some rumblings in the boxing world of a fight where normally it shouldn't been no rumblings. Normally we should have had it already. But it's boxing. And if y'all found me, then you know boxing ain't normal. All right? So, damn it, let's just talk about the rumblings, okay? You got rumblings of two pretty good lightweighters, right? Pretty damn good lightweighters. And both of them have been champions, right? Both of them have been champions. Both of them are pretty much recognized of being totally good fighters, right? Totally good fighters. They should have fought pretty much a long time ago, I would say, but it hasn't happened. Now, the rumblings are lightweight champion, junior lightweight champion, and Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez still only got one loss, right? It was to somebody who we think is a little bit not great, but just a good fighter in George Kambosos. But other than that, Teofimo Lopez is riding off of that win over Lomachenko, and let him do so, because people said Lomachenko was, some were saying they're the best they ever seen, right? Now, Lomachenko, like most guys when they lose, said he had an injury, right, in the fight. But is there any people that say something wasn't wrong with on the night they fought, and on the night in the training camp was something wrong? There's always that after a loss. You know, it's very rare that nobody comes up with nothing. But a fighter that's supposed to be as great as Lomachenko, a small injury ain't supposed to hamper him from beating Teofimo Lopez. So that's a good win. Teofimo Lopez just had a good win against Barbosa, because Barbosa was somebody we didn't think he wanted to fight. He went in there and dominated. Got to give him that. So Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson been a champion at 126, 130, 135. What is it? 3-division champion already? Would have been more if somebody stepped to him, but they just don't. Teofimo Lopez is universally recognized in the boxing world. We're not talking about us out here just talking smack. You know, the ones that box, he's recognized as one of the very best we got right now. One of the very best we have right now. So with that being said, these two guys, that would be a high-profile fight. It'd be awesome if these guys were to get in the ring and we were able to see that fight. It might happen now because we're in the times of Turkey Alex Shee, who Teofimo Lopez got on the bad side, because I'm told you, anybody who's not really looking for hard fights is not going to like Turkey Alex Shee, because Turkey Alex Shee is messing up the excuses. You know, like side of the streets and getting lowballed. Those are two of the major excuses for fights not happening. I was lowballed and I'm on the side of the street and my promoter don't mess with that. Those are the two major reasons. And because of Turkey Alex Shee, they're gone. So people have to be fight people or be put on blast, which Turkey Alex Shee don't have no problem with doing. So because of that, I've just noticed all the fighters that aren't used to having to fight people had issues with them. A couple of names: Canelo Alvarez, Teofimo Lopez, and I'm missing one, but that person's lucky. So anyway, they've been going back and forth on the internet, which I don't care about, whatever. But I just kind of feeling, though, is that they're probably going to fight. And what made me do this video was because, I always check in when I want a little laugh, to watch the evilness of certain boxing websites and stuff like that. And, I call them the Fox News of boxing. And the Fox News of boxing, Boxing News 24, they're like, oh, Shakur Stevenson should be more or less happy that he's getting this opportunity from Teofimo Lopez, right? More or less like Teofimo Lopez is the man here, and Shakur Stevenson has to be happy to be getting a damn fight. First of all, I'm better than you. Everybody knows that, first of all, right? And they're acting like Teofimo Lopez would be the A side in this fight, right? They're acting like that. They do it all the time. But let me just make sure this is clear. The one who's made the most money on fights, on fight nights, is Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez be fighting high school basketball gyms and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get this clear. This is what the mainstream media wants you to always think. Hey, this guy, he's more popular. Teofimo Lopez is not more popular than Shakur Stevenson in terms of how many people come to see him, in terms of accolades, in terms of respect in the boxing community. It's not. So actually, nobody spoke. They both high-profile fighters, but it's always like Shakur Stevenson should be happy about this. He's getting the opportunity to fight Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, who would get the most props for winning? Let me just do it like that. Shakur Stevenson ain't gonna get more props for beating Teofimo Lopez as if Teofimo Lopez takes down Shakur Stevenson. Are we kept correct here? Can we agree on that? Right? Teofimo Lopez has been beaten by lesser fighters. Do you understand what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez was beaten officially by George Kambosos. Should have been beat by Jermaine Ortiz. And ain't gonna, no, first of all, that's another person that ain't nobody trying to get with. Jermaine Ortiz. He ain't gonna rematch no damn Jermaine Ortiz because he's gonna know he's gonna get beat, probably worse. He got beat, actually, by Sandor Martin. Right? By Sandor Martin, actually. He ain't gonna readdress that either. You see what I'm saying? Those are two guys that he ain't fighting again. And we saw him have struggle with those. Not to mention one or two other fights he wasn't really. So Teofimo Lopez, and he gets, this is what Teo gets. Well, it depends on what Teofimo Lopez shows up. He gets to get that. So when he doesn't fight good, well, that wasn't the right Teofimo Lopez. He probably wasn't really concentrating or whatever. He gets that excuse. You know what I'm saying? Every time. And so that means we don't know what Teofimo Lopez is going to show up. Shakur Stevens ain't got to be happy about a damn thing. Teofimo Lopez should be happy to try to prove something for a change, because at the end of the day, nobody. And right now, that's why I'm not, hyped about the fight. I'm just going to report on it because I was just, Fox News of Boxing said that. Actually, I wouldn't even report on it till it's further, because when Teofimo Lopez is involved in anything, I don't take it serious. He's in the whatever group, right? That group of fighters that I don't really talk about much, because I just know they're just trying to be in the middle and they want more headlines for things that are outside of the ring than inside of the ring. And hey, this has been going on for years. Amir Khan, Tyson Fury, Adrian Broner, Ryan Garcia, that kind of stuff. I ain't got time to be talking about that. I'm too damn grown. Them people do anything to try to be in the damn news, right? So, when I see that, as a basketball coach, I know that. I know how people do stuff to try to be in the middle. Hey, man, nobody's noticing me. Let me do something, right? So I don't play that. And if you're around me, you'll get put on blast immediately. Right? It's just the way it is. Stop it. Damn it. You're there. We see you. You ain't got to do nothing stupid. We see you. Right? So Teofimo Lopez is one of those. And speaking about things that he should be in the news about, what I tell you about white supremacy 101? Isn't it what I tell you every time? Hey, it's we do some stuff to people of color and we do not ever apologize, because they're not worth it. And actually, nobody is going to be outraged that we didn't apologize. Now, Teofimo Lopez said everything you can say about people of color, called them the N-word several times, and there hasn't been any outrage about it. He hasn't had to come out and publicly excuse himself. Now, when he said something about your boy here, Turkey Alashi, now he had to prove, had to come out and excuse himself for that, right? This dude's just driving how he want to, you know what I'm saying? Just how he want to, because he ain't got a license plate from here, so he can just act like I don't know nothing, right? But anyway, your boy said all kind of stuff. I haven't seen him apologize to the brothers. Like, hey, bros, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I do this because I'm from here, slip of the tongue, but y'all know I got nothing but love for y'all. I'm apologizing, though, because I know that you guys are upset about it, right? People don't apologize for young kids getting shot. Young kids. We ain't apologizing about that shit. Y'all brothers, we ain't got to apologize. Y'all worthless. So he hasn't had to apologize about that, right? Ryan Garcia didn't have to apologize about that, right? Did sanction bodies come at him and like, we don't like that behavior. We're getting done with you. We don't want nothing to do with you, right? Although somebody did. One person came out and said something. I forgot who it was, right? Said something, right? But it's not the same energy as when Devin Haney just said, I ain't getting beat by a white boy. That's all he said. He didn't say any, call them no names that we used to call white boys in the 70s and 80s and 90s. You know, white boys, we got names, we just ain't using them. But he didn't call them none of that. He just said, I ain't getting beat by a white boy. It was outrage for that. Deontay Wilder got for saying he just want a body. He didn't say what color the body got to be. He just said he want a body on his ledger, right? And you know, that's a crazy thing to say, right? But the outrage was there. You see what I'm saying? So there's outrage, and don't act like we can't get outrage. These guys don't have to have any outrage. So because nobody had to say nothing, no sorry or nothing like that, and you know, so which means you're positioning yourself as a racist, right? You know, be racist because of brothers, which racist is a cool word to give them. No, it's really not. It's just we're envious. That's what the word should start being. But whatever, that's just another story. Envious is what it is. Because our reputation, regardless of our reputation is, regardless of what part of our anatomy and how we roll, it's envy is what this is. But we'll just call it racist so that people can feel more comfortable. So if you're going to position yourself as a racist, right, then that's a good fight with him and Shakur. Because you got that element popping off too. You got the element of them both being pretty damn good fighters and both still young, right? So you can't get one better than that. Let them do it. But here, me being pessimistic, I'm still pessimistic about Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. I've been saying the whole time I don't think the fight's going to happen. I just do think $150 million to make you do stuff you normally wouldn't do. If that fight was both of them getting 20 million or Terrence Crawford getting 10 million, Crawford would be there. Canelo Alvarez for 20 million, he wouldn't show up. But okay, for 150, I'm gonna be wrong. And I'm gonna tell you I'm wrong, because I didn't think Canelo was showing up, but for 150 million to fight somebody smaller than you, if you don't show up for that, then something wrong with you, right? But I've seen him not show up for 40 million for an undisputed fight, right? 40 million for an undisputed fight. Just got to beat one more guy, but that guy was kind of good, so I ain't doing that, right? That's Demetrius Andrade, by the way. So back to the point. Teofimo Lopez didn't have to say sorry for nothing, didn't have to apologize for nothing, right? So that puts a little bit more gas on the fire for Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Y'all think this is gonna happen? Holla. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm out of here, y'all.